Let's get started with some breaking news coming in from across the border after the Pakistani Army claims of having shot down an Indian drone on a clandestine aerial surveillance mission. Sources have told India Today that the Indian High Commissioner to Islamabad, TCA Raghavan, has been summoned by Pakistan Foreign Office. The meeting has been scheduled for Thursday morning. Pakistan is likely to lodge a protest on shooting down of what it calls an Indian surveillance drone. The Pakistan Army released images of the drone which it claimed was being used for aerial photography near the line of control. The Pak Army claimed the unmanned drone was shot while in flight across the line of control in Bhimbar Gali sector near Jammu and Kashmir's Poonch. However, the Indian Army and the Air Force have told India Today that the said drone was not theirs. The Pakistan Army claims that the drone flight violated the country's territorial integrity. The drone incident comes on a day when Pakistan violated ceasefire in Jammu's Akhnur sector, killing a woman and injuring a BSF Jawan. And in the latest, in Islamabad, the Indian High Commissioner called up Pakistan Foreign Secretary Azaz Chaudhry twice on Wednesday over these cross-border violations. One civilian was killed and 3 BSF Jawans were injured in a ceasefire violation by the Pakistani troops after Pak troops opened unprovoked fire along the international border in Jammu. Joining me now is Gaurav Sawant, Strategic Affairs Editor. Gaurav, what more do we know about, the Pak Army claims that this was supposedly an aerial surveillance drone? What are you picking up from Defence Ministry sources here?
Smita, Government of India has denied that this was an Indian drone. This, according to experts, is a Chinese commercial drone, and India does not fly Chinese commercial drones. This was a very small aerial camera device which is commercially available in the market and is used by various experts in the market, not something that militaries use. As far as India is concerned, we have the Searchers and the Herons, which are Israeli made and much better in technology and capabilities. That's point one. India says this is not ours, this is a commercially available Chinese drone. Point two, India and Pakistan summoning each other's envoys is because of the increased tension along the line of control and the international border. Despite the UFA declaration that the two sides will reduce tension, the DGMOs will meet, the DG of BSF and Pak Rangers will meet.
Right.
Tension escalated in the past couple of days. There have been casualties on the Indian side. Pakistani media is reporting casualties on the Pakistani side. So perhaps, as analysts say, this is now Pakistani Army giving out a signal that they are a major stakeholder in this, and unless they are on board, peace with Pakistan perhaps not possible.
And Gaurav, like has always been the case, it's always been a tit-for-tat diplomacy when it comes to New Delhi and Islamabad. Perhaps the reason that, the Indian High Commission there in Islamabad called a Pakistan Foreign Secretary twice today through the day to lodge protests about crossfire violations, that we saw that someone come in a way to the Indian High Commissioner, who's now expected to, of course, meet for the Pakistan Foreign Ministry officials tomorrow.
Spot on there, Smita. Usually the firing is limited to small arms, but this time Pakistani Rangers have fired 81mm mortars and there was a civilian casualty on the Indian side. India retaliated in kind is what sources are telling us. So this is an escalation of tension, not just along the line of control, but also the international border, and civilians are being affected, and this is a major cause for concern. Perhaps when the diplomats meet, there will be a way forward to bring tensions down along the LC and the IB, which will perhaps pave the way for the DG, BSF and Pak Rangers to meet before the DGMOs to interact.
Okay, many thanks, Gaurav Sawant. Clearly, while the two prime ministers aimed at reducing tensions along the LOC as well as the international boundary or international border in UFA in that summit level meeting, but the heat seems to be back again as far as the border is concerned.